Hi everyone, welcome back to Misinformation in Science and Society. Here to listen, not to judge. I'm Annie, and today with us we have Atsu, who is a member of the infodemic management team at WHO.
Hi, Annie. I'm sorry I'm late.
No, you're good. Hi, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I kind of just like woke up because it's like 6:30 here, but
Yes, yeah.
yes,
Thank you for yeah. I think it's like what time is it again over there? 6?
6:30 in the morning. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Sorry for the time difference. Yeah.
No, yeah. Um. Well, so I think we can just get started. So could you please
Yeah.
like introduce yourself and like kind of what you do at like WHO and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I don't know. Like I can introduce myself, but I'd also be curious to hear like a little bit about you too. Like
Hmm.
before I start talking about myself.
Sure.
Like so you're in high school, right?
Yeah, I'm a rising junior and I don't know, I have like some hobbies, I guess. I really like music, like playing music and also listening to music. So I play piano and viola and And then in the future, I'm planning on like studying something related to biology. Um, so yeah, I'm like really interested in like STEM and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so I'm on like summer break right now. So mhm.
Great. That's great. And so is this like a project that you're doing on misinformation? How did you find out about WHO's work on this? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, so this is like a project I'm doing like outside of school, and then
Uh,
because I noticed there was like a lot of misinformation going on, and then I was just like, oh, that'd be like interesting to like interview people about. And then I believe for WHO, I probably found like in like an article or something, and then like referenced in an article, and then I like clicked on it, and then I was like, oh, this is like a whole thing about like misinformation. Um, so I was like, that's like perfect. So I just reached out.
okay, okay, that's great. Thanks for taking the initiative to learn about this.
Hmm.
And yeah, glad that you reached out. Okay, so yeah, I can introduce myself. So my name is Atsu. I'm a technical officer on the infodemic management team, uh,
Hmm.
and our team is part of a unit within WHO called High Impact Events Preparedness Unit.
Hmm.
Um, and so our unit is within a bigger department. So my department's name is Epidemic and Pandemic Preparedness and Prevention.
Hmm.
Uh, so uh, there are like several other units within that department. But again, my unit is high impact events preparedness.
I see.
Um, yeah, and yeah, we're based in Geneva, Switzerland, and our team mainly works on like uh, trying to understand how infodemics work,
Hmm.
and like what we can do to address it or to manage the negative impact of infodemics on health. Uh, to kind of summarize what we do, yeah, that's what our team does.
Okay, that's really cool. So like, why did you choose like this career or like to choose to focus on information?
Uh, yeah, I think I mean like I've always been interested in behavior, like health behavior. So like I studied behavioral sciences. That's what I did my master's in public health for. So
Mm-hmm.
my concentration was on behavioral sciences, and I think we care about infodemics or health misinformation because it negatively influences behaviors, people's health behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so you know, it's kind of related to my interest in that sense. Like, how does uh, being exposed to health misinformation like affect someone's decision making or
Mm-hmm.
someone's uh, attitudes or perceptions or anything like that that's kind of related to health behaviors. So that's why I'm working on this topic right now. But I think to answer your question, I think I kind of found out about this whole field like by chance.
Mm-hmm.
I was working on immunization before this, like behavioral sciences, using behavioral sciences to promote immunization uptake.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working on things like that, and then misinformation was like a part of that, and then I just kind of ended up focusing on infodemics for now. But yeah, my main interest is in behavioral sciences within public health.
Mm, I see.
Yeah.
So, what's like your favorite part of like doing what you do right now?
Uh, I think the science. I think I'm tasked with like advancing the science of infodemic management, or we also call it infodemiology.
Mm,
So like gathering evidence for to better understand how infodemics work,
mm-hmm.
but also like uh, interventions, evidence-based interventions for uh, mitigating the negative impact of misinformation and other aspects of infodemics.
Mm-hmm.
And so this involves things like running research or studies to come up with uh, interventions or methods for countering misinformation.
Mm,
Uh, so I think the science evidence generation aspect of things,
mm,
uh, I think is what I enjoy. Evidence generation, evidence synthesis, and things like that.
mm,
Kind of like more like the academic research side of things is what I think I enjoy the most.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really interesting. So, why do you think truth is like so important, I guess? And like, why do you think misinformation is such a big issue, like specifically like right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think misinformation is, I think, a big issue in general, not just like in terms of public health,
Mm-hmm.
but I think at WHO we try to stick to what we do best, which is like public health. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll just focus on that. But I think it's a big issue because I think it goes back to what I said, because it affects people's health behaviors. Like,
Mm,
for example, like something like uh, immunization or vaccination. Like, if if someone's exposed to misinformation about the safety of COVID-19 vaccines or the effectiveness of COVID-19 vaccines,
mhm,
that can easily influence someone's decision to take the vaccine or not, or like uh, and if someone's exposed to misinformation, that person can easily spread it within his or her community as well. So I think it's a big issue in that sense, and it's a difficult one to tackle because uh, especially with social media, it's misinformation can easily be spread and amplified. It can spread like farther and then like also faster. So not to say that it only happens within online communities. I think it can happen word of mouth, or like rumors spreading offline too. But I think it's a very complex issue, and it involves like different people to kind of address it. It's not WHO alone or CDC alone cannot address this issue. Like, I
mhm,
think people like you, like like young people need to be educated on how to counter misinformation, like the negative impact of misinformation, things like that. So like education comes into play, um but also like media, like how they report on the pandemic or vaccine related events. I think that also has an impact, or fact checkers, which is, I guess, kind of similar to media, but so it involves a lot of different people and parties. But so yeah, I think it's a complex issue, but yeah, a very important one.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, one of my other questions was actually like the invention of like technology and like its impact on misinformation. I played like
Mhm.
the game on the website, the Go Viral game, and that
Yes.
was
Yeah.
like really interesting because like I also noticed like kind of that trend like with like my own social media. Like I can see some people like on like Twitter, for example, like people would just um like and like headlines and stuff. So I totally like get that. Um and
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, so why do you what do you think is like the worst type of like misinformation? Like what like it's like about?
That's a good question. Like I've been talking about misinformation this whole time, but like um, I think it's also important to recognize that it's not always just misinformation or false information. I think people just sometimes they have like genuine questions or
Mhm,
concerns about the virus or about vaccination. So I know this is not like directly answering your question, but I think I just also wanted to highlight that it's um, we also, as like public health institutions, we also need to pay attention to people's questions and concerns, because if we can like uh, address those quickly,
mhm,
then we give like less opportunity for misinformation to spread. You know, if people are equipped with correct scientific evidence-based information in the first place, then there's less chance or you know bleeding I guess breeding ground for misinformation to spread. So I you know, I think if we can do that proactively, then I think that's our best bet. But yeah, so yeah, sorry, I'm not like answering your question, but yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. That's a good point. So I think, uh, okay, I think one of the last questions, who is like your role model? Um,
Uh,
it can be like
like
in the
in,
field or not.
uh-huh. Um, hmm. I think I mean I have like role models like previous supervisors that I've worked with, but like you know you wouldn't know them. So like
Oh, that's fine
uh,
too.
I think so. So in this specific field of like health communication or uh, infodemics, I think someone who I'm always like amazed by is like Dr. Fauci. Like in terms of like his clarity, you know, like um and like his like whenever like the media asks him questions, he's always able to like provide very clear answers. And I think, you know, he always sticks to the science and evidence, like, and I think that's very important for us to do as public health people to you know, not to deviate from that, because it can quickly get messy if we start talking about other things. Um, so you know, he's always able to uh, communicate science-based information in a very like concise and clear manner, even in like in the presence of like the media or like politicians, uh, in the presence of people with like other, you know, who may have other politically driven agendas, you know, like they're not always interested in hearing about the science, but he's not, you know, distracted by that. So I think I always look up to him in that respect. And also, you know, he's willing to talk to people from the different, you know, parts of the community. Like I think I've seen him do like a Q&A with like celebrities, or like, for example, like I think I saw him do like an Instagram live with Steph Curry, like the basketball player, and like I think that's great because like, you know, that gives a platform for people to like, you know, listen to science-based you know, information, or it gives access, you know, different avenues for people to you know, access these science-based information. So I think what he's been doing throughout this pandemic has been very inspiring, as someone working in this field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's really inspiring too. Um, so I think that's it for my questions. To just like close this out, I know you've like said a lot of like good points already, and the website already has like a lot of information. But do you have any like advice for like people, especially like teens, either on like misinformation or just like anything in general?
Yeah, I think that like young people, like teens, like you, I think are like I think they can play a very important role
Mm-hmm.
um, in fighting this infodemic,
Mm,
because I think you guys are more like tech savvy, like, and I think you guys know how uh, things work online. For example, like me, like the whole like meme culture, for example, or like how things work on social media. Again, it's not just social media that this happens, but like um, I think um, in a way you guys have more advanced digital literacy to use these tools that we have available to us to fight the infodemic. So um, I think you guys are like the future of this field.
mm-hmm.
It's a relatively new field within public health. So I think it's going to continue to grow, and I think as more young people come into this profession and this field, I think hopefully uh, more innovative things will happen to advance this field. So I think my advice to younger generation is to just continue learning about this if you're interested.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I think public health is has a lot to offer in terms of addressing this misinformation and infodemic. So yeah, if you're interested, I think I think we invite you to just continue learning and pursue this in school. Yeah, I think
Mm,
that would be my only advice.
yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, I think what you do is like really cool and really important for sure. And it was really fun talking with you. Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, no, same, and I'm very impressed by the fact that you got up at like 6:30 a.m. just to talk to me. And I think also just the fact that you reached out to us, that you took the initiative, is very impressive. We always appreciate like students reaching out to us. And like I think this is my first time hearing from like a high school student
Mhm.
wanting to learn about this. So like um yeah, like thanks again for your interest. And like if you have any other questions about anything, yeah, please feel free to email me. I think you have my email address, so like do
Mhm.
not hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, and good luck with your studies. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.